Hello and welcome back to Tricolor Gaming with me, Fletcher. So with JWE2 having brought a huge bunch of new animals to add to the first game's species list, I wanted to decide which ones were best. This list is only going to be looking at the land-based animals first. I will explain why I think these animals belong in this list, and please note two things. Firstly, I'm only looking at the animals that are brand new to the game, and that this list is not in any sort of order. So with that clear, let's get to the list. Number 1. Utahraptor. Do I really need to explain this one? Not only is it a great modern interpretation of raptor physiology, giving us something more like a true raptor for the game, but Frontier did an incredible job on this animal's beautiful feather patterns and skins. If I had a criticism for it, I would say that it's a shame the animal didn't get more unique sounds and vocalizations. But that really is me fishing for criticism. Just a beautiful creature overall. Number 2. Coelophysis. So this might surprise some folks given its small size and my hatred for the small animals in JWE2 and their limitations in game. However, this animal I think earns a place here. It's on the larger side and it has glorious skins with a very distinct and unique pattern, those vertebrae down the flanks of the animal. However, a key reason for its presence here is a good representation of the Triassic period. A part of the Mesozoic world that Frontier really has done a rather poor job on representing in the games. More than that, it's also one of those what I would call keystone species amongst others like T-Rex and Triceratops, animals that any dinosaur park building game really ought to have. Number 3. Monolophosaurus. Simply one of the most decorative small carnivores you can have in your parks. Compared to its similar animals like Proceratosaurus or Herrerasaurus, the Monolophosaurus defeats both in its skins. I think this animal is one that is simply not used enough in people's parks, and its nose crest means that it stands out amongst the crowd. Number 4. Alamosaurus. This guy is my favourite large sauropod, beating Brachiosaurus and Dreadnoughtus easily. Not only does it look great with its distinctive patterns and skin colours, but I like the artistic flares for the head with its spines. It is a fairly large sauropod that I felt had great skins. However, its best feature is its adorable animations, including its cat-like yoga stretches and its adorable romantic nuzzling social animation. It is an animal that you genuinely love to watch. Number 5. Gigantoraptor. So a recent addition to the game, this feathered oviraptorid is on this list for a number of features. Firstly, like all the animals on this list, it has beautiful feathered patterns and skin colours, which result in some very nice looking skin options for our parks. While not all of them work together, a great majority of them do. Its social animation is nothing special, but a big reason why I think it deserves a place on the list is that it's a fairly unique sort of animal. Not only is it one of a small group of feathered animals we have in game, but the fact that it is a supersized oviraptor makes it truly different amongst the other animals we have in game. It adds some exotic difference to the parks. Halfway through the list, have I said any of your favourites yet? Let me know in the comments. Consider throwing the video a like as it really helps this small channel grow, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that button for more dinosaur content and gaming with us here at Tricolor Gaming. Number 6. Wuerhosaurus. So this one I might get some stick over, but for me, before we had the new Stegosaurus variant, the Wuerhosaurus was the better large stegosaur. I think the Wuho has a better posture with its model, and its patterns and colours were very much better than what we initially had for the Stegosaurus. Now that we have the model variant for the Stego and can change the colours on it, I think it's a lot harder to determine which is better. But given that everyone seems to have Stegosaurus in their parks, I think the Wuho is deserving of a spot here and needs more love. Number 7. Megalosaurus. So another pick that I think people won't agree with. Megalosaurus for me is here for one massive reason. But before I explain, I do want to point out that I think it does have great skins and patterns, and deserves much more love than it gets. I think it suffers from being replaced by Albertosaurus and the Pinocchio Rex too often. However, that is not why the animal is here. Megalosaurus is simply the most important dinosaur. It was the dinosaur that led to dinosaurs being named as such, and was one of the earliest dinosaurs ever found. Frankly, that makes it important and deserving of its place here. Number 8. Dinocaris. The duck. Again, do I really need to explain this one? The massive feathered beast is not only wonderfully decorated in its feathered design with wonderfully vibrant colours and subtle but decorative patterns, but also has a damn funny social animation, which is one of the few that really stand out for me in JWE2. It is also a very unique looking animal for me. Being this huge feathered beast, we really don't have anything like it in game. And it's also one of the few animals we have in game with an omnivorous diet, a feature that I think really should have been used more. Number 9. Cryolophosaurus. One of the original new dinosaurs to JWE2, Cryolophosaurus has that unique exotic touch with its curious head crest, which is very unlike many other crested carnivores we have in game, and it has some very unique colours for its crest and body. Its pattern is also fairly subtle and not too in your face, and does not resort to the frontier standard of splotches or lines. It fitted neatly next to other similar sized animals like Metriacanthosaurus, but has more of an exotic feel to it. I think we might have all forgotten just how good this animal is since launch. Number 10. Amargasaurus. So if I was forced to pick a number 1 favourite animal from Jurassic World Evolution 2, it would be this guy. Of all of the animals we have in game, the Amargasaurus has shown up in more of my parks than any other animal. It's not a perfect animal, I think some of the patterns could have been better, but as a small sauropod, its spiked neck features make it stand out in the park, and led me naming this guy the Punk Sauropod. I think it's cute and adorable, and it still has some great skins with very distinct body colours and some nice colourful flares to the spines. I just think it's neat. So there we have it, 10 land-based animals that JWE2 added to the game that I think are the best. Let me know down in the comments which animals you'd have in your 10 and which of mine you either agreed or disagreed with. Don't forget to throw us a like while you're there, and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more content from all of us at Triclaw Gaming. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.